gracious me. That's a windy one. A windy one out there. Oh, let's just take this nonsense off. First up, this video is not sponsored by Costa Coffee. Oh, hot. Well guys, welcome along to another 30 Days Creative, day 26. And it's a Fridays from the my wife's 27-year-old car. Actually, I'm heading down to the parents today, so no chance to do any photography. And then I have to hang around and picking up a buddy from the airport tonight, and hopefully we'll get for a bit of photography done over the weekend. But there's a storm. I don't know what the name of the storm is, I'll put the name down below, but there's a storm blowing over most of the UK today, and we are getting absolutely hammered. I don't think it'll be as windy down in Belfast, but definitely windy up the north coast. Hopefully if anyone is deciding to go out and photograph on the coast today, they're going to be safe. Bit of a dramatic title to this week's or today's vlog. Something that's been on my chest for a while, something that's been on my mind for a while. And I think I would regret it if I didn't say it and something ended up happening. But what I'll do is I'll put you away. I'm gonna have my coffee. We're gonna drive down the road a little bit, and I guess we'll catch up in a little bit. Hour and a half's drive down, and I've just arrived at my parents' house. And as you can tell, the rain is coming in. The conditions on the way down were spectacular. Real sort of storm front. The light over to my left-hand side as I was driving was probably some of the most intense storm light that I've ever seen. Absolutely beautiful. And in fact, it kind of ties into what I want to talk about. Now, I was going to say apologies for the upcoming rant, but I make no apology for what I'm about to say, because I think it's very, very important. But first up, I can see my dad peering through the blinds, wondering why I haven't gone in yet. So I guess I'll go do that, and we'll catch up for the rant in a little bit. Well guys, today was a disaster beyond disasters, which is why I'm now finally getting a chance to update this vlog at 20 to 8. Disaster. So, to cut a long story short, picked mum and dad up, took them out, and my plan was have some lunch, and then I could let mum go off and do a little bit of shopping while I record another little snippet. But midway through a very nice Christmas dinner, I got a phone call from Nicola. We'd had a bit of an accident. Very strong winds, as I said. And as I went to leave the flat this morning, I was like, I should probably move the van. And then I was rushing and I just didn't get a chance to do it. And unfortunately, we had some masonry fall off we live in a 3rd floor flat. And some masonry fell off the flat and hit the van. Looks like it's damaged the roof, damaged the windscreen. It's just... And then I had a bit of a disaster all round with... I won't go into any details, but Dad doesn't keep in the best of health, and he wasn't in a very good way today. Other bits and pieces going on. And so generally it's been it's almost as if kind of karma is trying to stop me from recording this vlog because of what I'm kind of going to do a little rant about, but stuff it. I have about an hour and a half until I have to go pick up Marcus from the airport, so I just thought, you know what, even though we're in a very noisy, apologies for that, I've got no idea where I am. Oh look, I'm back in Costa. Honestly, we're not sponsored by Costa. And I normally don't drink more than one normal coffee a day, and yeah, so anyway. About that rant then. I guess I can't get too ranty because I might get thrown out of Costa and I need it for uploading this vlog. I have noticed a very worrying trend on YouTube. A very worrying trend that has been going on for quite some time, but seems to be getting a little bit more prolific as more and more folks decide to record videos. And I can see where it's coming from, because obviously a lot of people will copy some of the sort of B-roll that they see from other creatives. Now, I've mentioned this a couple of times on my vlog about the stupidity of something, and of course I'm talking about recording themselves while they're driving. Now, at some point, either later this year or very early next year, I believe there's a law coming in to make it illegal to use a recording device while driving. Now, I was under the impression that this was already illegal, just as illegal as using your telephone, punching your license, the whole 9 yards, and too right it should be. But irrespective of it being law or not law, it's idiotic. Nay, it's selfish and idiotic. You guys who are doing this, you're not only putting your own life at risk, but more importantly, you're putting other people's lives at risk as well. Now, I'm seeing this across a whole swathe of genres of creators, photographers, van life folks, foodie people, whatever, recording themselves while driving. I'm talking here about, say, drone footage. If you're in the car by yourself and you're also, even a follow drone, you're paying attention to kind of what's going on. You're not paying attention to the road. I would even go as far as having a fixed mounted camera and talking to the camera while you're driving. But the real one is actually holding onto the camera and recording. And let's face it, the B-roll that you're capturing at that point is a load of crap. You're some shaky hand footage of like your wing mirror of some random road that no one's going to remember, and you're putting yourself and other lives at risk. Don't be a dick. Now, I don't give a monkey's rat's ass if you unsubscribe from me here and say, Nigel, stop your whinging. Don't care. This has to be said. Now, I have reached out to a number of creators out there who have spotted doing this, and of course, I didn't get any response. I think it's time to take it up a notch. If I was driving down the motorway and I saw someone doing something idiotic, I would probably report it. There has been a couple of well-known cases where footballers have been punished after the event when the paparazzi have photographed them using their telephone, and of course the police have gone, "You're using your telephone while you're driving, mate. 3 points, whatever." So, if I see people doing this again, I don't care who they are, I will be reporting them. Now, I am not without blame. Years ago, I probably did this once or twice, but I soon realised the idiotic selfishness, just downright, just pratness that this would be. And quite often now when I'm out vlogging and I'm talking about moving to other locations, I will mention, I'll say, don't record yourself while driving. Now, I would encourage you, if you see a creator doing this, to call him out, call her out, whoever it is. There's a whole manner of people out there doing it, and the more people see people doing this, the more so, I could get a wee bit of B-roll. And as I say, today whenever I was driving down, the conditions were incredible. And what a lovely little sort of snippet that would have been for me to talk about. Oh, the light was wonderful. Don't be an idiot. Stop recording yourself when you're driving. This is a warning shot across the bow, so to speak. And I make no apologies if you doing this ends up with you perhaps getting points on your license, or worse, maybe even losing your license. This has to stop, folks. It has to stop. Right, that's rant over. Now, I was going to finish off this vlog by putting up some nice images of whatever, just to kind of lighten the mood a little bit, but I'm really not even in the mood to do that. It's been a pretty crappy day, and this has been something that's been really bugging me for some time. And again, I make no apologies for ranting about this, and for sure if you feel like unsubscribing and turning off, then so be it. But I really do this as something, and hopefully there are at least a handful of people out there who will see this vlog and share it and ask other people to do the same. And let's try and stop those folks who are doing this here. Hopefully at least one person who is doing this watches this and stops, potentially saving a life. I make no sort of drama on that point. You're not paying attention to the road. And in the van life community, there were some folks who were driving monster trucks while doing this. The damage and the hurt that you could cause. So yeah, I was going to put up some nice little footage to lighten the mood, but no. We're just going to call it there. Day 26 of 30 Days Creative. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.